Oh, hi, Pisces. Y'all are Pisces. You know what? We're at the Glass Museum in Ebeltoft in Denmark. They have been kind enough to let me shoot here. I'm so humbled by that. I will show you around in a second. I was going to talk about all the stuff and about Neptune and all that, but you guys probably already know all that. Let's just get straight into your reading. I love doing the Pisces readings intuitive because they always so on point that way, and like it's easy and it's fun and it's mutable, and I don't have to explain myself to you guys, and I just feel so comfortable. But this month y'all are really going to try it. Well, it's not even you guys, it's Neptune, but you will be the Neptunian bearers of the mischief, the master of ceremonies, if you will, at Saturn's big coming home after 30 years Christmas dinner. Saturn's going to have you by its side, adding a little fantasy and confusion to the mix just to keep things really interesting, you know. And no one more so than Sagittarius and Gemini will be affected by it. That's why I'm doing all of us together today. Might even do Virgo, actually, and get the mutables out of the way. Although I feel like Virgo's been so beat up lately that they could probably wait a little. So, first card out, Ten of Pentacles. I mean, Pisces, like, it's no secret. Things are going well, yeah? Things are going so well that you have time to really use that imagination, huh? No, it's when Pisces is comfortable and in love and happy and doing the things that then their creativity really flows. Because they feel free enough to, loved enough to, brave enough to, supported enough. You know, the gentility, the inborn gentility of a Pisces is so soothed and comforted by this Ten of Pentacles energy, by having a stable love in their life, by having a stable home situation where there is love and connection. You know, that's what the animals and the old people and the child are about in the card. They're not really, of course they can be significant of all of that, but really it's about the connective experience. It's about feeling connected to several different sorts of people in that same love vein. And that is such a Pisces, you know, polyamorous kind of way to be, but just the idea of being able to be in love with several different people in several different ways, and in love with life and in love with your creativity, and yet have something really grounded and stable. It is a Ten of Pentacles after all, not a Ten of Cups, that gives you the roots you need to be able to fly, right? The Ten of Pentacles becoming the roots of the tree that you then reside in and can fly away from when needed. And so now, the Chariot, all right? More water energy. The King of Pentacles, the Earth signs, Saturn, welcoming you, inviting you to his party. The King of Cups, you coming up in your own reading as quite regal and on top of things and in control. Two kings. There were two kings in the reading before this. The moon, that Gemini full moon, I'm telling you, Neptune, like this is a joke. Like this card is a joke. Like this card is a joke to me because I'm so keenly aware of when the Gemini full moon happens, what Neptune's role, what Pisces' role is going to be in that like I'm dreading it, and it's like right here in the Pisces reading, like, yeah, you right. We about to show you some things. And then Four of Swords. So, first off, let's look at the major arcana. Here you are in your own reading. Here you are in your own reading. Now, Pisces, if you're dealing with a water sign, especially if you're dealing with a Cancer, they're coming up super strong. I mean, Justin, marry her. If you are dealing with an earth sign, that Saturnian energy of Capricorn going home will cause you to pull back a little bit. It will cause moments of reflection because being the Master of Arms at the Saturn party will be exhausting. It seems like fun having that Neptune energy to throw around like that. It seems like a great thing, but it will take a lot out of you. It will exhaust you. But you're in your element. You will be flying high, living the good life, feeling all the good things. You've got such great cards. What I say, marry her. Like, it's just so obvious. It's so obvious, right? Now, what happens when this exhaustion sets in and this Four of Swords needs to be addressed? It's talking about coming out of a time period at the end of December where you will need to recoup. When you recoup, you have to do it in a way that is different from the way you generally do it. Generally, the way that Pisceans will build themselves back up after an energetically trying time is to love and be there for the people they love and engage in loving activities, and that's great. But this particular 3 weeks coming up is going to give you so much to think about, because while you're out there playing with all this Neptune energy, it's also working on you, and it will mess with you as well. It will leave you in a place when you're done kind of messing with everybody else's minds. And you won't, and I don't mean that in a bad way. I mean just throwing all that fantasy and all that glitter around. When you're done with all that, there will be a period of a come down off that. And the come down off that can be hard for Pisceans. I mean, even Pisceans who do drugs, they hate the come down. That's the part that they can't stand. They love the part where you're up. And if you could give them a drug where they could go from here to normal again, they'd be fine. But the come down is so severe and so depressing. And the way to mitigate that now is to know that you will be flying high, but there will be some contemplation coming up in your future where you'll have to look at what that Neptune energy brought in for those around you and for yourself, and when it ebbed and when it ebbs and flows, right? So when it went away again, what did it leave you with? The thing that makes Neptune energy dangerous is that when it leaves, it can be as if the rug is pulled out from under you, because it takes with you whatever suppositions it made. And you are left there looking crazy, like, wait, no, what I was thinking made total sense, but it was based on this and this and this, but this and this and this was castles in the air. They're not there anymore. So wait, I look like an idiot. Exactly. That will also happen to you in some way. It won't just be that you are the purveyor of that kind of experience to others. That will also happen to you. So when that comes upon you, it does behoove you to go into a meditative state. I was just telling Gemini that for the last period of the month, the last week of December, that actually for you guys, the last week of December, but for them, the first 3 weeks of December, that they should be very, very cognizant of taking 10 to 15 minutes a day where they are just wishing the best for anyone who is trying them and getting on their nerves and making them feel bad, and consciously sending them good energy and good wishes, because every time we do that, the universe asks that the same be done for us. So because Geminis will feel so tried and so pushed upon by the Neptune energy and by the way Saturn and Mercury and everything is behaving, they will need that patience at the beginning of the month. They will need that centering and being alchemical with their energy and taking it from a very negative charge into a positive charge. They'll need that for the first 3 weeks, because you will in some ways be working right against them with that Neptune energy. But at the end of that 3 weeks, when that starts to let up off them, is when Pisces is going to feel the weight of the last 3 weeks coming down on them, and you kind of going, man, this is a harsh come down. I felt really good, 3 weeks ago, but now I'm really starting to feel alone, So let's pull some cards for the last part of the week, aside from the Four of Swords that we know you have to be in a meditative, quiet state and just take your breaks where you can, because when you have this sort of placements and with everything that's going on with Pisces, you really do need to keep your center. Why? Why do you need to keep your center? Because essentially things are going very, very well for you, especially in the ways that are most important to you, and that being in your love life and in your emotional life, your relationships. So because things are going very well, that is another reason to be very, very quiet. When you come to this quiet place, pull back perhaps from everyone and all the goings on of the holidays and being around all the people, and really try instead to center on the relationship that is most important to you. And if there is no one in that slot right now, it is becoming more and more likely that that will happen for you, Pisces, within the next few months if it hasn't happened already. So this is just another affirmation of that. All right. Excuse me. Whew. I always wonder why the Piscean readings go so fast and what it is that makes the information flow so easily. It may just be that I'm so open to your energy that there's just no resistance. There's no confusion. As soon as the cards come up, I'm like, oh yeah, that's exactly what it means. Let me show you these cards. Sorry, we have a little bit of a weird setup this month. There are your cards. And I'm going to pull an outcome card for the last week of December. And just kind of like a guiding card, right? Like, okay, we get all this, but now what? Now what do we do? So let's see. There's just somebody walking through. Here's a tarot cards. What's she doing? Last card for the last week of December. An outcome card, a guidance card, something to get us through that little come down period, little sadness. Everything is going well, but sometimes, you know, a little sadness. Pisces likes a little tear here and there. It's all right. There's nothing quite as beautiful as being moved by the beauty of the world, and you guys live in that space. I love it so much. I love it. I love you guys. This rainy day with all this glass, this moody weather and moody lighting. It's perfect. Mutable energy. I love it. Did Sag, did Gemini, did Pisces. So moody, so mutable. I think the cards are like, I gave you an outcome card. It's the Two of Cups. It's the best outcome card ever. I know, but I can feel that you guys need, like, come on. But what else? I've been waiting all month. What else? All right, let's see what else. It's going to be exciting. I mean, first card out, Ten of Pentacles. Last card, Two of Cups. It's pretty obvious, you know, that we're pushing the point. But, okay, let's see. Stubborn too. I'm stubborn too. I want to know. The Lover's card keeps trying to pop out, and I'm like, let's see, let's see. Now, if you are dealing with an earth sign and a water sign, this full moon is going to put you in a sticky position. You're going to have to come clean about some stuff. There are things that are going to be revealed to you just like they're going to be revealed to everyone. And your own Neptune energy may work against you here. You have two. Oh. Everything wants to fall out now. Okay. It's okay. It just takes a little time. Okay. So, what do we have? Queen of Cups, Knight of Wands, and Five of Swords. So like I said, if there's any sort of betrayal or dishonesty going on, the full moon will definitely bring it up. This may have everything to do with a fire sign in your life, but like I said, you guys are still coming up golden, still coming up as a pair, still coming up as a pair, still coming up as a pair. But be very careful because there is a fire sign around who, I don't know if they're necessarily being dishonest with you or if you're being dishonest with them. I can't tell. I have a feeling that you may be being dishonest with them on an emotional level. And I think that's why the cards didn't want to come out, because it's like, no, it's a really good reading. Let it be, let it be, let it be. But, you know, I can't let it be. So here we are. So I would say that if it is a fire sign that you're dealing with and you're having some doubts about their sincerity, let this Mercury retrograde period, let this Neptune energy, let this Saturnian energy, let the new moon in Sagittarius, wait for it. Let it show you what it wants to show you, because ultimately, bottom of the deck, it looks really, really good. But what you will have to do to get there may seem like too much right now. It may be too daunting, but just know that it is all in the right direction, and it is the way that you must walk now. Don't let someone's minor deceptions get in the way of that. But be on the lookout, because this, like I said, these cards came up when I was talking about how the moon is going to shine. So, yes, take your Four of Swords time when it does. All right? Let me show you these cards one more time with these new outcome cards that we shuffled so long for. All right? Here you are. Fantastic. All right, Pisces. It's going to be fun. I love you guys. I will see you in January. Merry Christmas. Happy New Year.